Have you ever wondered, how can I get my attorney to invest in my career development or a course? You want your attorney or your firm to pay for it? So how could you go about asking? Well, I'm going to give you the answer to that. I'm Ann Pearson with the Paralegal Bootcamp. Welcome. So first, you're going to want to start with some cold, hard data that you can answer any question that might come up as part of the request. What is the name and a brief summary of the program that you want to attend? What is it that you expect to learn or take away from that program? In other words, what skills are you going to be gaining? What's the cost? Is there a discount if the firm wants to send more than one of you? When and how will you access the training? In other words, are you going to have to go out of the office or can you take it online? Even if it's online, will you be taking it during the workday from your work computer, or will you be taking it during the evenings and weekends? Will it require you to travel? If so, are you asking your employer to pay for that travel? Now, sadly, this can be a hard one to get approval for as a paralegal, but I can tell you that it is possible. It's just not completely feasible all the time. All right, let's jump right in. I think the most important question to be able to answer is, what is the ROI to the employer and to your attorney specifically? What problem is it going to solve for them? Instead of telling them what you're going to learn, be able to explain how what you're going to be learning is going to benefit them. Here's a perfect example. Let's say you're a litigation paralegal who's been struggling to stay ahead of deadlines, and everything is always a last-minute rush, a mad dash to the finish line. Because of that, there have been some mistakes that you've made. You know that part of the reason for those last-minute rushes is because the attorney waits until the 11th hour to even tell you about it. And you also know that the attorney is too busy to prove or do the on-the-job training himself or herself. So you come across the litigation boot camp or some other paralegal training program that's going to show you how to proactively move cases forward. That will definitely benefit the attorney. But you need to go a step or two above that. Here's why. They're attorneys, especially if they're litigators. If you're looking at a litigation course, be prepared to be cross-examined. Okay, but you got to do your research. So you go to the website, get a PDF of the course brochure, and highlight specific things that are solutions to some of the problems you and the attorney are facing when it comes to case management. Then ask yourself, what else? Is there any other ROI, return on investment? Well, it's time the attorney won't have to spend training you. I know, laugh out loud. You're probably saying, Ann, because that's not happening anyway. Just because it's not happening doesn't mean that you wouldn't add that, because I can tell you that the attorney feels guilty that they haven't had time to give you the proper training that you deserve. They just don't have the time. Paying for you to get the training that you need helps them feel less guilty about not having the time to do it. I could ask any attorney out there, if they could get the training for their paralegals and not have to spend their time doing it, they'd put down that credit card any day of the week. Another important ROI is your time. Is it going to make you more efficient? Reduce the learning curve so that you can be performing at a higher level sooner? That's a return on investment to the attorney. Also, that's less overtime that the attorney is paying, and the clients are happier. In other words, what I'm saying is, don't just look at the typical CLE course description with 3 bullet points, takeaways, and copy and paste that into an email asking for approval. You have to dig a little deeper than that. And one other thing, the more money you're asking them to invest in your career development, the deeper you have to dig to make the case for that. If you're asking to spend $3,000 on a specialty certification program, that's going to look a lot different than if you're asking them for a $500 course. And our final step is to have a written career development plan that you're going to share with them so that they know you're serious about this. You're not just in their office asking to go to an association networking, conference or a 50-minute CLE on some random topic because you need the CLE credits. You have a written plan on where you want to develop your skills, how you're going to do it, when you're going to do it, and how much it's going to cost. I have an Excel spreadsheet that can help you get started on all of those. It's a career development plan. I'll include a link in the description for you. All right, that's how you get your attorney or your firm to invest in your career development. But remember, like I say all the time, this is your career. It's not their career. It's their job. They own the job. You own your paralegal career. All right, bye for now.